is a shock and a half, I can tell you. The emotions going through two of the most experienced players, not just in English cricket, but world cricket. They know that they are helpless in this situation. As Mark Wood, who could hardly bowl, comes out to bat and try and win it with the blade. 13 from 7. And in the other camp, Jonathan Trott. Can this be the time they close the deal? Can it be? Jofra Archer couldn't do it. He thought a big swing of the bat down the ground and 6 would just take the onus away from Afghanistan. Nasser, he missed his target.
Incredible scenes here. It is still tense. You never ever take the game for granted. Rashid Khan making sure they're focused. Mark Wood, we know, can hit a big ball. We know he can bat. England need him to bat. They need him to run. It is all on the line here. You lose, you're gone.
13 from 7. Do they want one? Do they want Rashid on strike? They may well do that. It's 13 from 6 here, folks. Amazing scenes.
I wonder whether that conversation was about just leave Adil Rashid on strike. Leave him on strike. Can he find 2 boundaries in the first 3 balls? Highly capable, we know that. Assess it after 3 balls. What do we need to do? Do we need to take the quick one? Can I afford to take 3 deliveries?
Can you get back for 2? Just looking at that first ball for Wood, he set off to run and then he hobbled back. Can you get back for 2, Woody? That's the conversation. Or I got to stay on strike and keep belting it.
Say, and we're talking now about the batting side of things, the pressure on the batsman. Well, Dooley, there's a heck of a lot of pressure on Azmat here. He's sitting on a 5 which would be absolutely magnificent. The umpires have calling what for more sawdust? What else more could they be calling for? He wants sawdust.
Tell you what they're doing. They're calling Fazalak Faruqi back on the field, and rightly so. So this is a moment that happens a little too often. If you're good enough to bowl, you have to stay on the field. You can't just finish your overs and go off and get someone else on. He was good enough to come back on after the injury and bowl. Now this has happened already in the tournament. I'm not sure of the game that it happened in, but someone else was called back on the field, so they're saying, no, I'm sorry, I'm not having it. Very good umpiring.
Yeah, good spot from you too, Dooley. You're right. You're spot on. Absolutely right. And he will hobble his way down to a short, fine leg, Fazal Faruqi, and hope like heck that he's not called upon to do something special. Here's Azmat, 13 from 6. Rashid decides, I've got to go for it. Now they've got to come back for 2, otherwise Wood's on strike and he can't get back.
Can't run, he can't move. 12 from 5, he's got to swing hard now.
Long on, deep mid-wicket. Mark Wood. I've seen him hit some enormous 6s in Test match cricket. He is not worried about clearing the boundary. Wait for it. Try and keep your shape. Such a difficult thing to do at this stage of the game.
Can't even keep our shape up here.
We're in a better shape.
Come up for the hour, Dooley. Come up for the hour. 12 from 5. Mark Wood. Azmat, he thrashes him out to point, but it's only a single. He timed it beautifully, couldn't find a gap.
No boundary for 12 deliveries at this stage of a game. That is so costly when every ball here should be going towards the boundary. England have hit a wall with the boundary count, and that has put that equation in favour of Afghanistan. They now need boundaries. Nothing else will do.
And Jofra Archer sums it up. That shot at Jofra Archer sitting there with its pads still on, helpless, sums it up. Here we go. Straight up, but safe. Still can't come back for 2, so it's back to Wood again. 10 from 3. Desperate times here. What a shot that is of a player who had the game in the palm of his hand but couldn't find the boundary. Upstairs on the balcony, there's half a dozen guys thinking the same thing. This would be huge for Afghanistan cricket. They have made such giant strides so quickly. Here's another one in the offing. On the target, and Wood can only just limp down for one. And we're down to 9 from 2.
2 fours for a super over, Adil Rashid.
He's got to stay on strike. Take both balls and see what happens.
Well, if he can't hit a 4 though, they have to run a 2 to bring a 6 into the equation.
Run out.
Well,
or he's got to go for it, Smithy. You're right.
He has to hit. He has to hit. It has to go now. It's got to go now. Has it gone far enough? Has it? It has it! Ibrahim, who did it with the bat, has the final say with his hands. And there's an invasion here from Afghanistan, and why not? What a special moment in their cricket history. England sit on the balcony in despair. Absolute despair. And Afghanistan are the toast of their nation, and maybe this one too.
Simply brilliant, Afghanistan. What a game of cricket as well. England have contributed massively to it. It's been a superb game of cricket on a great cricket surface. And Hasmatullah Omarzai, 5 for 58. Don't forget, 41 off 31 to go along with those 5 wickets. Can you possibly take a player of the match performance away from a bloke with 177? I'm not sure, but it's not a bad effort in trying to do so. And Afghanistan